Text Modifications, Part 2. Welcome to Stalkit Tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you how to link two or more different tables, scraped, and combine them into one exported file. I will also show you how to apply the text on modification rules and why you even need this option. In video number 6, I showed you how to import data from Excel. We have created a scraper that imported a list of Amazon products with their links and the category. Let's use this list and scrape some data from each product page. I will create a new scraper and call it Amazon Data. Because I'm using a list from another scraper, I can basically set it up to run on multiple servers and get much improved speed. But because it's only 19 links, I will leave this at 1. Let's move forward and go to the scraper builder screen. I'll add a URL action and select the table name and the URL column I've created. Let's hit the preview and let it load up one of the links. Great. Now, I want to extract the item name and price for each link. I'll add a data extraction action, and since I want just one row per link, I can keep the top element's selection empty. In the bottom part, I'll start and add up the field. Let's add the name and price fields. After we are done, let's run this scraper and give it a few seconds to start running and collecting the data. Now, let's go and view the data collected. You can see the name and price field, as well as the default fields that are added to each scraper. One of these fields are called OrigeRolled and is used to make connections between the list used from one scraper to the data collected in the other one. Let's go back to the previous scraper's data, and you can see that another field automatically added is called Rolled and is given an automatically unique number for each row. The same number will be planted in the OrigeRolled column, so when the scraper will use the link with rolled equal to 19, the relevant row in the new table will get OrigeRolled value of 19. We will use this connection to connect between the two tables. Let's click on the menu button and choose the Table Connections option. As you can see, we have 3 different table connections as a default, but we can always add more. Let's select the other table from the drop-down. And on the Match column, Input, I want to select the field name from the current table to be linked with the field in the other table. So here we will choose the OrigeRolled column, and on the other one we will use the Rolled column. Let's click on Apply and see what happens. The preview now will show us the same column list from before, but we'll add now all of the columns from the connected table. Now we can easily remove all the not needed columns and leave us with only 3 columns: the name, the price, and the category. I can achieve the same thing if I select the scraped URL column from the current table and the URL column from the import table. However, in case there are much more items in their tables, it will run much slower, linking it with text data instead of numbers. One last option we have in the text modification is Apply Rules on DB. When you set up text modification rules, these rules will not take effect on the data stored in Stalkit database, but only on the exported file. However, there will be times where I want to use data from previous scraped tables, but need first to make modifications on the data. Let's take, for example, the Google scraper we used in the previous video with the stored list of companies in Oklahoma. Now let's say I want to take the company names and run a scraper on Google and return the first search result, and that way find the company websites. So what I want to do is add some text before the company name in order to make it a link for Google search. In the text modification rules, I'll select the name column, and from the rule type drop-down list, I will select the prepend text option to add some text before the current value. In the parameter field, I will input the text I want to add. One more thing I'll want to do in order to make it run with no issues is replace the ampersand symbol in the company name with its encrypted value of percentage symbol and the number 26, because Google doesn't like the ampersand symbol and will break down the company name if it's used in the URL. It will now save and use this table and link to create the new scraper. I will not get any results. That's because even though I've exported the data, I will see the changes in the exported file. The data in the DB haven't changed, and instead of scraping this link with the added Google URL, it will try and open a URL with the value of only the company name. That's why I need to apply these rules on the DB before I run it. As you can now see, the value of this field has changed, and even if I remove the rules, the value will be kept with the changes I've made. That's it for this video.